But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, no need to fear. Friendly neighborhood light skin is here. Jesus Christ, that was corny. I'll never do that shit again. Today's video we are reacting to female waxer calls out poor hygiene in female clients and women get mad. You know what I'm saying? I used to think dudes were nasty, but apparently, according to other women, women are insanely nasty. I saw some of this video from another YouTuber, and it seemed interesting, so I wanted to come on here and give my takes on it because yes, your boy me, I've been with some stank coach. Hey, but we listen and we don't judge, okay? Well, I fuck with you, man. Get into it.
I'm a waxer. We need to have a chat. There is a certain level of personal hygiene that I think people don't realize you have to take extra care of the bits and goodies that are downstairs when you're a woman. Like, this is why people have sit-down air, if you don't know. This is why people have sit-down air, because they are not clean down there. So I've had situations where, like, clients genuinely, I have a hard time waxing them because of odors and things like that. If you come and you have feces smeared all the way up to your vulva, the entire
Bruh, hell no. You come in, bro, and you sit. No, I'm sorry. That day is immediately the day I lose my job because there's no fucking way. No, I'm not going. I'm going to my manager's office. I'm not going for that. No, fire me now. Matter of fact, I quit. No. And even then, for you to have the audacity to come get waxed, bro. People, man, bro.
your room smells like poop, and you would be surprised that it happens as often as it does. I don't want to see anyone spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on their face and you haven't washed your genitals in a few weeks.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. So in this video, this woman basically talks about female hygiene. Okay, and then got a lot of backlash for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and press play, pause and play, and give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on this entire situation.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a waxer. We need to have a chat. Sorry, I'm in between clients right now. I have 20 minutes to eat my lunch, so I'm doing it at the same time. But to preface this,
it's okay, Rachel. We feel you.
Anyone, I'm just being super honest. Being a woman, a waxer, you realize that not everyone grew up.
And it's crazy. Her saying I'm not trying to offend nobody is the exact reason why people are. That's like saying no disrespect if someone proceeds to disrespect the absolute hell out of you. Or when someone says no and they proceed to say some statement to where you're looking at bro like, bro, are you if you know, you know.
With the same knowledge of hygiene, feminine hygiene as you, and like I said, this is more meant so to be educational, but I need to set the scene so you guys understand what it's like when some people lay down on our table.
Now, we already know what happens, right? A lot of these, Felicia Rashad did it, right? She prefaced her video by saying, you know, women are queens, and I don't want anybody to feel bad about what I'm going to say.
And I don't mean to be critical, and I hope young ladies listening don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way.
Immediately after she said that, people took it the wrong way. Okay, Sherry Shepherd talked to young women about the way that they dress and said that it was coming from, you know, out of love or whatever the case is, and tried to preface that it wasn't her shaming anybody.
This is where I have to put my auntie Sherry wig on, and I say this with all of the love that I have. Ladies, this is not it.
Immediately after that, she got mad. People got mad. So seeing this woman do the same exact kind of thing, I immediately knew, I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna hear anything that she said in the beginning of this video. When you basically say, I'm not trying to upset anyone, just know that they are hearing, I need to hurry up and get upset.
Now you have to understand, as a waxer, There's a lot of things that I don't care about. You're like, oh, my hair is so long. I don't care. That's the point. Like, sorry, I'm sweating like in the middle of the wax. Girl, I don't care. I don't care about your hyperpigmentation. I don't care about your ingrown hairs, your weight. I don't care about your size. I don't care what.
No. We do care. We do care. We do care. We absolutely care. Bro, you come in and you're like over 250. It's gonna be an extra 200. You get paid or you don't.
I don't care. But there is a certain level of personal hygiene that I think people don't realize you have to take extra care of the bits and goodies that are downstairs when you're a woman.
Now, here's the thing, right? This woman is a waxer by profession, okay? A Brazilian waxer to be exact, which means that she has seen as much kitties as probably a OBGYN. Okay? She has seen all types of variations of.
What's that? So OBGYN, I don't know what that is.
The kitty, because that is a part of her profession. So this is not somebody who is just talking, to talk. This is somebody who was talking based off of her active and actual experiences because of her current job.
These are things that if you do not learn as a child growing up, you really don't know. Men don't really care when they're having with you.
No. I'm sorry. I know that hurts your ears. I'm sorry. But no. We absolutely care. Bro. I had a situation one time, right? I was in Houston, you know what I'm saying? On my Bryson Taylor stick, you know what I'm saying? Left hand steering, you know what I'm saying? The other, you know what I'm saying? I'm gripping shorty thigh, right? We driving too, you know what I'm saying? I look over, I said, listen, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You getting tonight? When we get back to the crib? She said, why don't we do it right now? Ooh! 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 I said, you OC. I like that. Right. So I like the energy I was getting. So we proceed to pull over, right? We proceed to pull off the highway. We were on Highway 6, I believe. Or whatever highway leaving Houston, going towards College Station area. And the highway driver, we pull off to the side of the road. And then we go and I find a little like a little like wood type area, whatever, right? We get out the car, you know what I'm saying? We get out the car and we walk down this little trail to where like cars passing by couldn't see us, you know what I'm saying? And I get, you know what I'm saying? I get in that hole, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Listen, feel me? You know what I'm saying? I get like, you know what I'm saying? I'm back there like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I typed out. 37 seconds. Still remember that. Listen. Stop laughing. Stop laughing at me. It's not funny. Stop laughing. Stop laughing, okay? It's not funny. Okay? My stamina was weak because I was nervous. Listen, stop. I'm not making excuses. Listen, bro, listen. Okay? I'm not making excuses. But like I didn't want somebody to drive by while we were doing it. So I was trying to be quick because I didn't want to get caught, right? Okay, cool. Now listen. We then proceed to walk back to the car. I put my clothes back on, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting my clothes back on there, right? She kept her stuff off. So we get in the car, right? And she's sitting, bro. Listen. Listen. No, listen. She's sitting like these. You know what I'm saying? Legs wide open. Right? Nigga. When I tell you it smelled like somebody died in that car. Ow. 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 I'm doing too much, bro. Damn. Oh, bro. My fault, chat. But anyways, when I tell you it smelled like somebody died in that car, bro. Oh my God. But like, that's such a hard conversation to sit there and tell somebody. Cause at the same time, it's like, bro, it smells so bad, bro. It's no way you do not smell what I'm smelling, bro. I'm sorry. There's no way you don't smell what I'm smelling in this vehicle right now, bro. It got to a point where I had to roll every window down in the car. Mind you, it was like 50 degrees outside. And I know you New York, Minnesota motherfuckers talking about something. Bro, that's summer for us, bro. We outside in tank tops and shorts. And I'm from Texas, bro. In Texas, when it's cold like that, 50 degrees is our like 10 degrees, bro. You know what I'm saying? So even with how cold it was outside, I did not care. I needed to breathe, bro. I was gonna suffocate in that car if I did not, bro. But I never said anything to her about it. But, bro, by far the worst smelled situations I've ever been in. A man has never even farted towards something that bad. But let's get back to the video. My fault.
Woman down there, a service provider, it's like, wait, just so you know, this is going on downstairs.
Now, this is the part that I disagree. I think that some men who are, you know, wanting access to a woman may not understand certain things or may not maybe even see it, but men actually do care.
No. No, it's sometimes, bro, you just so in love though with a woman, bro. Girls will be like, but I'm on my period, or I just got back up. Some dudes will look them dead in their eye. You think I care about that? You think that's gonna stop me? Ah!
Okay, I've had more than, you know, enough men comment on certain videos that I talked about feminine hygiene, in which they are openly saying, like, yeah, there's some girls that have a smell. Or how many women, you know, they themselves have taught about hygiene. Okay, so it's not even just about the fact that they have what you have or whatever, but there are men who have talked about they've been in relationships with women or dealt with women and had to teach them about their own hygiene. Think about that.
Honest, if you didn't know this, now you know. You need to wipe front to back. As a waxer, when you wipe back to front, I can tell your feces is smearing into your discharge, and it's all the way up the front of you. And obviously, this has a smell.
Who wipes front to back? People do that. I thought you're supposed to wipe back to front. And I'm a man saying this. I'm a man.
This is like severely unhygienic. It's introducing a lot of bacteria into the area, and you are very prone to UTIs when this happens.
I just think that, you know, using the bathroom anyway, in any regard, not to get too deep with you guys, and not taking a shower before your wax appointment is already
insane, bro. You knew you were coming here. Knowing she was gonna be in your all in your cat, and you didn't have the decency to take a shower, bro. What's wrong with people nowadays, bro?
Okay, I just think that is already like completely disrespectful. Like it shows that you have no shame within yourself, that you don't feel like self-conscious about it, and then even worse, that you are subjecting somebody else to that situation. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like it's one thing if you gonna sneak, bro, but that's another thing. Why do I gotta smell that, bro? Like, That's like being in the car with somebody, they fart and they won't roll down the windows, bro. Now I gotta sit here and deal with your body odor.
And one thing that I love that this woman keeps mentioning is the fact that a lot of these women's, you know, that were growing up, a lot of their mothers are the ones who failed them. Right? They chose not to have the conversations about hygiene. They didn't show them the proper ways of how to, you know, conduct themselves. And so a lot of people are just going through and getting by talking about, oh, I want to get flued out. I want the lashes, you know, the wigs, the nails, the this. I need a Birkin bag, and don't know basic things like hygiene. This is a real conversation. This is a woman conversation.
And honestly speaking, some women don't know this. Like, genuinely don't know, because honestly, wiping back to front is easier. But it's not right. You should be exfoliating your whole body. You need to use a washcloth or a loofah of some sort. I use a silicone loofah because it is not harboring with.
I had an argument on Instagram with this, bro. My belief on this is if you don't use an African nest sponge or a loofah, you're dirty. Even you, bro. And I mess with you. I mess with you. I fuck with you. But if you don't use an African nest sponge, bro. Get y'all boys right, man. You see this Dr. Teal's right here? This is your exfoliate. You use this in the shower, right? Boom. And you know what I'm saying? When you take a shower, you use 2 soaps, okay? 2 soaps. You use an antibacterial soap, right? I got Dove. No sponsor, by the way. I don't even have 1 subscriber yet. You know what I'm saying? I have 0 subscribers. No sponsor. Okay. And Dove for the first rinse, right? Then after that, you gonna put some that has a scent to it. I like to smell like coconut, so I get coconut scented things, whatever, right? And so, hold up. I forgot why I even said that, bro. I just leaked my method. Now y'all gonna be out here smelling like me, bro. You're welcome. By the way.
Bacteria as like a netted loofah. If you use something to wash your body, you need to wash your whole body.
Oh yeah, I remember. No, because
because
I've went to certain people's houses, bro, and it throws me off when they use if you use a towel, like a hand towel, you're dirty. You're so dirty. You're so dirty. You're not clean, bro.
When you're in the shower, you need to wash your legs. You need to wash your feet. You cannot just use your hands. It may not seem like a hygiene thing, but this is a respect and manners thing.
Again, this is a mama conversation. I respect this woman for having this conversation. I don't see nothing that she said wrong. She is just giving the tips and tricks. And it's not like she added nobody. It's not like she said anybody's name. It's not like she tagged anyone in the conversation. She just had open dialogue so that people can be aware of these things. And again, I think that's a true, you know, in you know how they always talk about girls, girl's girl, or, you know, girlhood or whatever. I think this is a true girl's girl. Putting y'all up on game just in case you guys don't know.
I can't tell you how many times I've had clients come in. Hey, sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was at a workout class. Hey, sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I just came from the gym. Why would you do that? And listen, I'm one for charging a late fee.
Hey, bro, you're already late, bro. You might as well go and take that shower, bro. Like, it's like the people that were late for school. You're already late, bro, or you're late to work. You're already late, bro. Like, you might as well go in and grab you some McDonald's, bro. Get you some eats. You know what I'm saying, bro? Even you grabbing food is crazy, but the fact of if you just came from the gym, bro, even if you're gonna be late, you're already late, bro. Just take that shower, bro. Or matter of fact, these places just have showers in them, because especially if she had to come on here and make a TikTok saying how often this happens, it means it must happen enough to a lot of people. So I feel like a shower, if you stink, automatically go in the shower, take a shower, and then once you're clean, come back, and then we can resume, you know what I'm saying, in the, you know.
And a no-show fee, I will charge you. But if you're like, hey, I was just at the gym and I am sweaty down there and I just worked out for 2 hours, or I just came from a hot mat class, a hot yoga class, I need to shower before my wax appointment, I promise you, I might even give you a discount. If you are sexually active with your partner before your appointment, chances are high that we know. Number one, it has a smell, but if he inside of you, it's coming out on our table. And we pull the strip.
My God! No! 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 No, no, I'm not. No, no, I refuse. I rebuke your name in the name of Jesus Christ. No, no. What do you mean? I'm doing it. All of a sudden, it just no. I'm sorry, man. You gotta go. You gotta go. We're not doing this here in my establishment. No. Bye. We'll go ahead and book you for another time. No.
If you lose control of that area in your pelvic floor for like a few seconds here and there, it comes out. And listen, that's y'all's business. Do what you need to do. I'm grown, I'm pregnant, I get it. It gets to a point where like you need to have that under control because before everything is out on the table. Because everything will be out on the table. Believe that. Unfortunately for me, it will be. So even just like that's a manners thing. That's something we need to be mindful of.
I love how she said that it's a manners thing, right? Because I hate to say it, but there is this new era of women of like, you know, they don't have any shame. You know how we talk about, you know, I said here, please bring back shame, bring back shame. But
Bring back bullying, bro. Oh my God. Bro, and some people might say that's controversial. No, bro, we need more bullying in the world, bro. Listen. When I was a kid, bro, I was so chopped, bro. But I got bullied so bad for being chopped that it made me want to do better to the point where now that I'm older, I know how to dress, I know how to groom myself, I know hygiene, I know everything that I need to know. But had I not have gotten bullied like I did, I probably wouldn't care. I'd probably still just be nasty as hell. But so yeah, no, we need to bring back more bullying. What's the saying? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger?
Is this new era of women that they don't have any shame. They literally could not care less. And so she's like, you know, talking to those type of women who be like, well, I don't care if it's on the table. That don't got nothing to do with me. Or I don't care. I'm not embarrassed. And so what? I'm a girl. It happens. Like, okay, let's take you out of it then. Let's just talk about basic manners. Right? Please have manners when you go into this place. Please be mindful of your waxer that they don't need to experience and know all of your business based off of you wanting to be lazy and skip a step. Like, please just have, you know, at least the mindset that you were doing this for another person, even if you don't feel the need to do it for yourself. And I said it before.
This is like the equivalent of when your mom would tell you to clean your room because people are coming over. Like, yes, these people might not necessarily be going in your room, but like the house needs to be clean, ordered, because you don't want people coming over being like, "Oh, you just stank. You just nasty. You're just disgusting." I'm gonna go tell the neighbors, yo, Miss the Jones houses, yeah, some nasty fellas over there.
I mean, I would not go to a public bathroom. I will not. I will try my darndest not to. And if I need to, I will try to find a place that I feel like has a certain standard, that there's going to be a certain level of cleanliness, because in the woman's bathroom, it is the nastiest thing that you could ever see. Okay? I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. It's horrible. If you open the door, the smell alone, the stench alone, all of a sudden I no longer have to use the bathroom. It's like magic. All of a sudden, that's no longer a priority. I can wait. It's a terrible thing. So this is how I know that obviously this woman is not lying. But two, you know, there's a lot of women out there who literally do not know, are not knowledgeable about these things. They're more knowledgeable about nail styles and like I said, lashes and all these things, but are not knowledgeable on how to take care of themselves hygienically.
Yeah, these be the same women who on Instagram, they look super bad, super crazy, super, you know what I'm saying? They look crazy, right? But you go over to their apartment and they stay in a 1-bedroom floor with 37 people in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They all sleep on the same air mattress. You know, it's not even one of the good ones where it really goes up high. It's one of the ones that is like low, flat to the ground. You know, her TV is on the floor, bro. The house is trashed. You know what I'm saying? You see tampons and bloody pads everywhere. Like, they make sure what you can see on Instagram and maybe in your face is good, but they don't ever take care of the back end stuff.
For going to our appointments. Like, this is why people have sit down air, if you don't know. This is why people have sit down air, because they are not clean down there, and this is the area of you that you never see and that you can't really get to. That's why people come and get waxed, because nobody's trying to shave in between the crevices, but they do need to be clean. And number one, the reason that I'm saying this is because, like, so I've had situations where, like, clients genuinely, I have a hard time waxing them because of odors and things like that. Mind you, I am pregnant, so I'm sensitive, but like even before then, if you come and you have feces smeared all the way up to your vulva, the entire room smells like poop. I got clients after you, and then now I'm running late because I'm trying to air out the room. Like, mind you, I'm face first in your crotch, trying to do service for you. I need you guys to understand, although I'm being like firm in this video, trying to be educational, I'm not trying to shame y'all. People literally don't know, and that's okay. And like I said, there's a lot of things I don't care about when I wax you. Even people be farting on the table, stuff like that. People be farting on the table when I get facials and they're asleep. Like, you really can't help, especially when you're, you know.
Nah, bro, you're not about to fart, bro. I'm gonna hit you with a. Go ahead and pack your things. Go ahead and get up out of here, man. Oh, you're not getting a refund either, by the way, because of gonna just fart on me like that. No. Hey, yo, next man, send the next one in.
Spread eagle, butt naked on the bed, like it happens when I'm pulling the strip. That's totally fine. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Things like that though, it's fine. But the things that you can control, you need to control. And not just because you're getting a wax. You need to control these things because this is your body and your health. Especially if you are someone that is sexually active and has a sexual partner, man, woman, whoever. And, you know, check yourselves. I would say it's a small percentage of women watching this video that have ever taken a mirror or their phone and gone like this. Listen, it's not always a pre-sight. It's not. And really looked at yourself. You should not have toilet paper crumbs that have been in your lips for a few days. And the first time they're getting out is when I'm waxing them out. There was a
few days is insane, bro.
The time that I thought a client had a tampon in, which is totally fine. I wax clients on their period all the time. I just tell them I do prefer that you wear.
Bro, if you're on your rag, bro, you can wait. It's, you know, bro, because you're not even supposed to be playing around when, like, bro, you're not supposed to, you know what I'm saying, be engaging in those activities anyway. When you know what I'm saying, when you're down in combat, you know what I'm saying, you're leaking. No, bro. Nasty, bro.
Tampon.
Again, this is something I also don't agree with. I don't understand why you would want to even be spread eagle in that position, regardless of you having anything to kind of create a barrier between you and the other people. That just don't make no sense. I think that in itself is nasty, but that's just my personal opinion.
I don't want you to free bleed onto the table. Just thought she had a tampon in. I go to move the string because I'm trying to get this side. It's toilet paper that has been wadded up so far into her lips that it looked like a tampon string. But like, there's just so many things that if I were to tell y'all, you would be like, why do people do that? And you would be surprised that it happens as often as it does. Just telling you, be mindful when you're going into these services. But beyond the fact that it's for the services, this is your health. Things build up, things accumulate. Bacteria harbors. Bacteria loves moisture. Bacteria loves heat. Bacteria loves confined spaces. Like, everything that has to do with a woman's female anatomy, bacteria loves that. Even on your best day, your body is still fighting those things out. So give yourself a fighting chance. Take care of yourself. Clean yourself. Take the time. It's part of loving yourself, and it is self-care. I don't want to see anyone spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on their face and you haven't washed your genitals in a few weeks.
And she talking about y'all getting like lip injections, both.
Few weeks, bro. Like, ain't you supposed to get that off? I thought that's the point of an everything shower. Maybe women are lying when they say it's been 2-3 months since they last time they had some meat. Because what man is going for that? Well, I mean, I went for it, but I won't do it again though. Like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't count. No, stop trying to, bro. You stay talking, bro. Like, leave me out of this, bro. I know I did it one time, but like, okay, we've all slipped up before, bro. We supposed, this is, again, I thought it was we listen and we don't judge, right? So stop fucking judging me.
Toss all this kind of stuff. Don't know how to bathe properly. Okay, I feel her.
Haven't been cleaned out since the last time I waxed you. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I gotta go. And please, I was not trying to sound rude, but it gets to a point.
I completely agree with her. I don't think anything she said was rude. I think it was very educational. I think that it might have caused some women who fit into the category of what she was talking about to be embarrassed or ashamed of whatever the things that she was saying. But at the end of the day, it's a mama talk. Okay, and women need that, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's some women who definitely drop the ball with raising their daughters and teaching them things like basic hygiene, right? Or basic, like she said, just not wiping back to front. Just simple things like that. And so I think that it's important that women, among other women, have these kind of conversations so that if women are unaware, they can, you know, some kind of awareness can be brought to them. The problem is that these women have, you know, a lack of knowledge, and then they're so, you know, in their feelings that when you even try to have certain conversations with them, they get an attitude. They'd rather be mad at you, nitpick this lady, you know, call her names and say stuff about her, rather than just listening to what she's saying and saying, you know what, let me take a mental note and put a checklist down on things I need to absolutely work on. I completely understand where she was coming from. Obviously, we know it didn't go well.
You know what? Before I get disrespectful, I'm just assuming that something's wrong with you. Because why would you say this? What do you even mean by this? Number one, who am I pregnant by? Girl, my husband. I got a ring before I got a baby. I know that's not everyone. I did.
Period. Cock it, sis.
I do this job while pregnant because this is my job. And I had this job for years before I got pregnant. And I do my job because I love my job. And I don't shame my clients. My clients need women like me. My clients don't need to be shamed because they're not educated. Education is a privilege. And I'm lucky enough to be in a situation where I can educate women. But I'm confused. It makes sense now. Let me know quickly what you mean by that. I just need to know, because if I misconstrue this and now I take personal shots at you, then I'm a bully and then I'm mean. So let me know, because what we're not going to do is be disrespectful towards my husband. I work because I choose to. I don't need to. My husband has made that abundantly clear. If I don't want to work, I don't have to work. I choose to because I love to, and I like to create a safe space for women and women's health and women's safety. So tell me what you mean by this, because I'm hoping to God, for your sake, that is not what I think.
So this is her video part 2 of her having to re-explain herself. I'm gonna go ahead and press play.
Yeah, the video did good, which is great, but I need to clarify a few things. And I know I said this multiple times in the video, but I need to make it abundantly clear. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not shaming anybody, but I know people in the comments are. Let me use this comment as a good example. When I tell you, it sounds so crazy to a lot of people. It's, you know, why do people wipe back to front? Why would you ever think that? Everyone's like really surprised in the comments. I'm telling you guys, and this is where I hope no one watched that video that wiped back to front and was like, dang, like, this girl's judging me. There is so many situations in which somebody doesn't know that. Do you know unfortunately, how many young kids in America raise themselves? It's very, very common. How many young girls grow up in the foster system in America? Nobody really caring that they get any education on even how to shower themselves, on wearing.
Yeah, bro, cause like, I'm gonna be vulnerable with y'all for a second, bro. How do I shave the hair in my butthole? Nobody ever told me how to do that, bro. Matter of fact, I don't even think nobody told me I was supposed to like shave, like, you know, sitting down there. Like, I don't think my dad never did, bro. My dad was in and out of jail, bro. And like my mom, bro, like that's, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of, you know, it's kind of weird talking about things like that with your mom. So like, you kind of, I don't know. I went with all the bullying I got. I went out searching and I found the information because due to people like this telling you, hey, which I think this is what she ultimately wanted. She wanted people to, hey, if you didn't know, I'm gonna go on the internet and I'll tell you, hey, this is how you're supposed to do this, this, and this. Oh, great, now I know, so I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But still, that was a genuine question though. Like, if you know, please let me know.
Doing their hair. There's a lot of young girls that only grow
Not saying I got a super hairy butt, but just like it's a little more hair in there than I like.
up with a dad, and obviously a man, although he should, can't necessarily teach you about feminine hygiene. Like, it does come to a certain extent. Health education in schools is not great. I saw someone in the comments say we learned about it in school. I never heard about it. I only know from my mom, and also I am in very female-dominated spaces. There is also a decent handful of people, even watching this video right now, that have physical reasons that they cannot wipe back to front. So if you physically can't wipe back to front, I do think a bidet is a great option because you're overweight. This can be because a lot of different factors. So I think a bidet is a great option, but if you do have to wipe back to front, I would say to wipe them separate and with a separate piece of tissue. And then I also would say that you should be using flushable wipes. People are like, oh, this is just common sense. Chances are, though, someone sat down and told you to wipe.
I agree with her. You know, as much as, you know, she's like, oh, some people should know this is common sense or whatever. Like I said, this is a mama conversation. And in a mama conversation, there's no room or space for it to be of like, oh, a superior. I'm superior. How come you don't know this? Like,
Yeah, bro, because everybody grows up differently. Just like you people who use towels to, I'm telling you specifically, you are nasty. You are not clean, bro. African nest sponge, simple.
like, we obviously know that there are women out there, like I said, who did not teach their daughters. Right now, again, it is, if you grown, Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real. If you are grown, that's up to you to know. If you out there, you've been active, maybe you got kids or whatever, or you've even been intimate or whatever the case is, you need to be doing your own knowledge on your own self. Okay, it can't be everybody else's responsibility and you a grown woman. That don't make no sense. But there are situations where it's like no one has ever told, expressed, or 100% raised them. A lot of times these women out there, doing all kind of other stuff rather than taking the time to share this intimate, intricate information to their daughters. Like she said, half of the people who we're talking about, like, oh, that's common sense, were told by someone, and it's true.
Front to back, so you can sit here and say, oh, it's common sense. I'm not necessarily disagreeing, but I don't want anyone to watch that video and feel like a freaking idiot, because that's what some of the comments are making. I can see the way that the video's turning, and it's only been up for a few hours, and unless you are explicitly told to do something, a lot of people don't know, and that even comes down to showering. Like, you do have
Bro, I remember, I didn't know what the sidewalk rule was, bro. I remember, and because, right, let's just say my interactions with females, I've never was in a position. Because also, I've never had a girlfriend, right? I've never had a girl that I would consider an actual girlfriend or whatever, right? And I didn't know what the sidewalk rule was, bro. And I remember it was one time I was walking with a girl. We were walking a dog, and like in the street basically, and she was like near the thing, and I was over there, and I'm thinking just nothing of it because the girl's never said nothing about me before. She said, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what did I do? What you mean? What's wrong? She said, sidewalk rule? Like, what the fuck is the sidewalk rule? Like are we jaywalking, bro? Or like what's going on here? She said, no, stupid. As the man, you need to be walking on the side closer to the side of the street. I'm like, why would I do that? What is she talking about? What are you talking about? But yeah, so after that, I learned about the sidewalk rule now, and now I do it now. But again, I didn't know that because I never was in a position to know that. So again, but her mind, it's like, how as a man, how do you not know of that? Like, bro, we've all had different experiences in life, bro. Some of us genuinely just don't. We don't know if you knew everything, if you watching this video, you knew everything, bro, you would be a millionaire, bro. You wouldn't even be watching me, bro. You would be in Brazil with some bad Latina joints, bro. Come on, bro. Saying, I know you, bro. Give me some dad, bro. Like, bro, I know you, bro. You just like me for real, bro. We we are each other. Feel me? But yeah.
Intentional in what you teach your children, because just because you think a kid is getting it done, and maybe because they do shower and they do go to the restroom by themselves, that does not mean that they know what they're doing when they're in there. Obviously, like, give kids their independence and their privacy, but make sure before they're in those rooms by themselves, they know what they're doing.
I agree with what she's saying, but also I want to also stick a pin and talk about the fact of, she even talked about how some girls are raised by, fathers or whatever the case is, and so they don't have that same space. It's obviously different, right? There's going to be a space of privacy barrier. When you have a mom who's going to be, I'm just gonna be real. My mom was very like in your face with it. Like, this is how you gotta do. This is how you don't do. This is what it is. This is what it ain't. If you do this, this is gonna happen. If not, this gonna it was very much a face-to-face encounter of this is what is supposed to be done and this is not what's supposed to be done. Because she took her role as a mother very seriously and wanted to make sure as a woman that she was teaching.
Put her on bad game as she should, because that's her mom.
Girls, the proper way of doing things. But again, you have other situations where other women do not have that situation, and so they are left to their own to kind of figure it out. And so there can't be any blame on the father for the single fathers or whatever the case is. But to the moms out there, shame on you. Okay? Shame on you. And even if it's a grandmother that didn't teach the daughter, or what, shame on whoever. But it's the woman in that equation who dropped the ball in that situation and had this woman going out there, and she over here talking about, oh yeah, every time that I'm intimate with this man, he give me something. Whole time it's her. Whole time it's her reinfecting herself.
Oh God, they love to preach that man. Ain't nothing, bro. No, it's you. You are the poop. Clean your bowl, man.
especially if you have a little girl. I'm pregnant with a daughter right now. I'm having my daughter in August. Like, there's even ways that, like, wiping her and taking care of her diapers is going to be different than whenever I have a son. If you are a woman that didn't know, that is totally fine. I'm never one to shame you. I'm not one that really gets grossed out by things. Like, me making that video was not even really to complain. The things like coming to your wax appointment after you go to the gym and coming after having sex and things are dripping out of you, that is a choice. And that is a choice that you knowingly made. I'm not ever going to blame anyone for lack of education. And now that you know...
And you dead wrong for doing that. Dead wrong.
I'm never one to judge for things like that because I understand everyone comes from very, very different backgrounds. I was in a position where I knew this my whole life, but if you didn't know, that's okay. And I wish that there was more education about things like this. Sometimes girls get themselves in situations where it's like it's brought up in a way that isn't necessarily nice and they don't receive it super, super well. That's why I do what I do. It's because education is a huge thing. And we have so many people on here educating about the health of your skin and everyone all of a sudden cares about their gut health and everything like that. You need to care about what you already got going on.
Yeah, I'm saying nobody. No, again, I've never, bro. I'm still trying to know if you know how to get the hair at your in the crack of your butt, brother. Please let me know. I've never seen nobody talk about this on the internet, bro. Please, genuinely, like, let me know, bro.
Women in this world do not know how to shower and do not know how to clean themselves. There's so many people that you will never know grew up without parents, grew up in the foster care system, bouncing home to home. Chances of people getting a good foster parent that takes time to care about hygiene, sadly, is small. Let's keep the comment section cute, let's keep it classy, and let's keep it understanding. That was the point of the video. I understand a lot of times that the way I talk, it probably doesn't come across as that. My studio, where I wax, like, it is a very safe space for everyone. Not everyone knows, and I totally understand that. Okay, I'm the last person to judge you for it. We all have our things that we're trying to do better at, trying to educate ourselves on. And someone learning how to take care of their body and self-care, I'll never shame someone for that. That's my favorite thing in the world. That's what I do for my job. My job is literally educating people on how to love themselves more and be cleaner and be hygienic and things like that. Things can be opinions. And something may be common sense to you, but I fear not everyone grows up in a privileged situation to be educated from a young age. Remember, education is a privilege, and it's a beautiful thing, and that's why I choose to share my education, because I do understand I'm in a position where I have somewhat of a platform. So that's what I'm here to do. That my page is no place for judgment. So we get ready for bed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know what other questions you have based off that video or this one. Let me know.
You know, the reason why I brought this video to my platform is because of the education behind it. 100%. Like, her, you know, the way in which she talked about it, and I.
Well, with that being said, chat, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video today, man. You know what I'm saying? And I will catch y'all boys on the next video. You know what I'm saying? Peace.